What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the Draft 2 Glory. The Team of the Year midfielders are in packs and hopefully we're going to get one. Now Modric is a CM, De Bruyne a Cam and Kante a CDM. Obviously Mbappe, Ronaldo and Messi are available as well. So I want to give myself like the best opportunity regardless of whether I win or lose the draft. This is more about just getting the Team of the Years. Now this is a good one. I think this is the best one. We got the CDM, the centre mid, the right wing, and the striker. So we've got 4 proper positions for these guys. I'm actually gonna take. I'm gonna take Azpilicueta. You know, he would link to Kante should we get Kante, and I don't want to take that Ronaldo when there's potential to get a 99 Ronaldo, which sadly we didn't get. However, with Kante and Mbappe on the cards, I'll take that Lacazette card with a sniper. I am yet to get, I've done about 15 drafts so far. I am yet to get Mbappe or Messi Team of the Years in draft. I am stuck so far on just Ronaldo 3 times out of about 15 or 16 drafts. So here we go with our centre mid. Nothing doing that. I could take Fabregas because he would perfect link to Azpilicueta and strong link to Adama. But I'm going to take Pogba because he strong links to Lacazette, and that gives us that whole Premier League ability down the right-hand side. Now, come on, EA. Here's where we need Kante. Come on. Yes! First attempt! We get Team of the Year Kante. Let's go! That's what I like to see, guys. His in-games are absolutely remarkable. He's got an artist chem style on him. Not that he needs it. Sorry, a catalyst, should I say. We'll take that pace boost for Kante. His defending is so good. His card in general is so good. And we've got 1 of the 6. So now, obviously, the more we could get, the better. There's no Premier League here, so we'll take this SAR card. It's actually not horrendous. And now, if we could get Mbappe, Ronaldo, Messi, De Bruyne on the bench somewhere along the lines, that would be amazing. I might take this Çalhanoğlu. He's got really good stats other than lack of pace and such. But for... yeah, I mean... let's take him. Let's take him. I don't know what... obviously, he doesn't fit into the team. I don't think Albuena would have got a small boost there. We get... funnily enough, that actually worked out perfect. Everybody gets full chem in this one now. Pogba soft links to Bakayoko. Alexandro here would just be the dream. We're not going to get him, though. The player cards are terrible. We could take Gal Clichy and just go for this full French theme. Clichy's not the best. I'm not going to do great things with this draft because it's just not amazing. Oh, we are going to carry on with this full French theme. We're going to take Marcel Desailly. That's now Azpilicueta 1 link off. Come on, give me a big Premier League. Never mind, just kidding. We did get a Premier League goalkeeper, but not a big one. So the only player off chem is our right back. Everybody is on 10 chem. How about that, guys? Straight off of these this first draft, we've got some amazing things there. Now we just need to improve this squad. Sergio Busquets is a really good player to have. He just doesn't link to anyone. Felipe Anderson does link, obviously, and it's a good card. And then when we get a midfielder from the Premier League, like a Fabinho or something, or of course, or an Emmanuel Matic, because he strong links to Pogba, Gael Clichy will still get full chem. This is a way better team. That is a way better team. Matic full chem, Kante and Pogba, Lacazette and Felipe Anderson. Adama is the only weak link in the midfield and attack. Our 2 centre-backs are good, rapid. We need a better left-back, a better right-back, and a better goalkeeper. And hopefully, we can pick up another Team of the Year player throughout this reserves. Gabriel Jesus is good. We'll take him. We could use him as a super sub. We could start him, but I think I will start Lacazette and then bring on Gabriel Jesus. Oh. Now. I think I could take Salah instead of Adama, but we could just sub Gabriel Jesus on. The reason why I'm going to take João Cancelo is because we're going to pop him there, and then we're going to swap those 2 around, and then we're going to swap those 2 around, and that's going to get Gael Clichy on 7 chem, and Cancelo on 7 chem, and we just need a better left back, and then our team is great. This is the most important position for us here. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. We're gonna take Edison. It's obviously better than De Dubravka. We don't care about Dubravka. Let's move into these defensive spots. If I could get one more team of the year, though, I would be delighted. Okay. Do we take Van Dijk and play him off Chem? Now I wish I took Alisson because it would have been fine. Or do we take Van Dijk and play as Piliqueta at left back? Or do we take Davinson Sanchez, who's like, they're very similar cards. Davinson Sanchez is faster than Van Dijk, less reactions. Maybe not less reactions. Van Dijk's just a beast, isn't he? 6'4". What's Davinson Sanchez? 6'2", medium high. That's tough, man. These are two phenomenal centre-backs. I'm going to go with Van Dijk because I just think he's great. And we're going to play as Piliqueta out at left back. He's not like amazing in terms of pace, but the rest of him is very good. And that's our lineup so far. It's quite a good team. Other than the right wing now, we got a nice little spread here. Marquinhos doesn't really work. Godin doesn't really work. What's our rating? We're at 186. Let me take Godin. See if we can push up to a 188. That'd be nice. Obviously, we've had a 188 before already. Forest can come in for the pace. This is it now. Do we get another team of the year out of these last picks? Ooh, Drissa Gay. Nani's not bad. We'll take him. A good sub there. And then 2 more picks to go. Mahrez. There is the Mbappe, just not the team of the year. I'm going to take this Mahrez card because he is phenomenal. And we'll start him instead of Adama. And then we have got, at that point, Nani and Gabriel Jesus as offensive options. Calhanoglu in the midfield. We don't really need anything else. Do we get one more team of the year? No, we don't. But we do get Leroy Sané, who will be another great super sub. So, all in all, guys, a really, really clean draft. Really nice draft indeed. I think our midfield is fantastic. Matic may be a little slow, but with the Shadow Chem style on him is going to be great. I didn't move the Chem styles either, which is sad. I completely forgot. But Lacazette, Felipe Anderson and Mahrez up front are great. Kante, Pogba and Matic in midfield are great. Desai, Edison, Van Dijk and Cancelo are great. The only downside to this entire team is having Azpilicueta at left back. But what are you going to do? Maybe we'll play Desai at left back. We could move him out there. We could swap him around in game. But we're going to start and play with this, and we'll see how it goes. So just a Spanish, a La Liga, sorry, not a Spanish manager or a Calcio A manager would be the ideal. The Spanish obviously gives Azpilicueta up to 7, and then obviously if we could get a Portuguese or Serie A manager, that would put Cancelo up to 8, but we can't. So there you go. I just want to have a look at what we've got in the in-game stats for Azpilicueta. Let's have a look. That's not bad. It's not bad. 84 acceleration, 81 sprint speed, great defending, decent enough passing, good reactions. It's not bad at all. I'm really happy with this draft. It's a really good squad. Let's just hope we can go and win it and potentially pack one of those midfielders. That is going to be the end of the drafting. Let's get in to the action. Okay, guys, as we get into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 4-3-2-1 team. Some nice players in there in Bale, Messi, Rakitic, Florenzi, Zanetti, Marquinhos, Sandro, and Neto. It's actually a really well-built team, other than the central centre mid there, which I believe he subbed out immediately, at least very, very early. It's a really nice team, but my opponent made a big mistake from a goal kick, allowing Felipe Anderson in, and he taps that one home very, very nicely to make it 1-0. And on the stroke of half-time, I got myself a penalty. I thought, let's give Kante a shot on the ball, and he scores to make it 2-0, and that is where the guy decided to rage quit and sends us 2-0 into the semi-final. So generally speaking, a quite comfortable performance. I was quite enjoying the 4-3-3, actually. It seems to be quite a nice formation, and into the second round, we'll come up against another really well-built squad. Zanetti again, from Cancelo, Dybala, Ronaldo, Werner, who are all great. That James Rodriguez is definitely a good card. A little low on stam, and gets tired by like 60th, 70th minute and becomes a little less useful. But generally speaking, is a really good card. But I was playing some good FIFA. We eventually get quite lucky to get a little touch down the right-hand side. Riyad Mahrez there cuts inside, does a La Croqueta past the defender. The ball gets shot and saved, but the rebound falls to Kante, who is there to tap home. Sadly, my opponent did equalise quite soon after. One tackle comes in, two tackles come in, and then a good shot there from Timo Werner into the back of the net to make it 1-1. However, straight from kickoff, I made it 2-1. EA didn't really say there was no kickoff glitch the other day, but Zaro was definitely making a point that is it as common as people think it is? And I think the answer is yes. I think it's more common now. I think it's as bad now as it's literally ever been, actually. I think there's... I don't know. I just think there's a lot of kickoff goals. And once again, my man equalised at 2-2. And then once again, straight from kickoff, I scored again and went ahead. And then actually straight from kickoff again. However, this is me scoring again. I got the ball down the right-hand side with Kante. He charges his keeper out. The ball here to Felipe Anderson, finds a space, shoots and scores for 4-2, and it just put me in a commanding lead there. But that was another kickoff goal, and then 10 minutes into the second half, we finally wrap this game up. Felipe Anderson down that left-hand side, lovely little bit of work into Mahrez there. The ball eventually falls to Matic of all people, and we go 5-2 up, and my man pauses and quits. But yeah, I was surprised to see EA, especially after last year, I think it was, that they made a patch talking about the responsiveness and aggressiveness of defensive players from kickoff. That is as much admission as kickoffs being an issue as anything ever, and I think it's fair to say that kickoffs are just way more common in FIFA, kickoff goals, than in real life. So into the semi-final, we'll come up against a really strong team, some great players in this. Van Dijk, Fernandes, you know, his goalkeeper's solid. His fullbacks are a bit weak, but his midfield really, really good. And just generally speaking, you know, his attack is absolutely sensational. So this was always going to be a tough game. And this was a guy who sat 8-9 men in the box and just tried to counter me. I eventually got a goal with Paul Pogba, went 1-0 up. And speaking of kickoffs, after working so hard to get the goal to go ahead against this guy, my man scores from kickoff. So he passes it down to Neymar. I'm trying to get a couple of tackles in there and just missed them. Ronaldo there, a couple of step overs out to Suarez, back to Verratti, Verratti to Bale, Bale to Neymar. He doesn't even time that, and he just bangs it and it goes in. So that becomes 1-1. And then 65th minute or so on the clock, my opponent gets lucky goal here with Neymar, in my opinion. I thought the keeper should have been saving that, but sadly not. He didn't react to it at all. And I end up losing the game 2-1 in just really disappointing game. You know, my opponent, he just didn't even have many chances at all. He sat super deep and played counter-attacking football. It worked for him, obviously, because he beat me. But after me just being buried inside his box for basically 90 minutes and him hitting me on a couple of counters there to take the lead, it was a disappointing way to lose. But sometimes, guys, that's just FIFA for you. So that, guys, is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get in to the packs. So guys, a semi-final loss in today's draft. Bit disappointing to lose that one. My opponent played, you know, one depth, drop back, and just basically tried to counter from the get-go. And I was okay with it, especially when I went 1-0 up. I was like, okay, I'm more than fine with this now. Sadly, in typical EA fashion, he scored direct from kickoff and then scored another counter-attack. A really, like, just a lousy goal to concede. I moved the keeper to the right spot. He does a trickle shot with Neymar, and at 1 mile per hour, it goes through my keeper's legs. And, hey, the rest is history. The guy had 3 shots, 2 on target. And normally in champs or in rivals, I don't mind playing against that too much because you can change formation to try and counter it. But in draft, the only thing you can do is kind of ultimately just change your pressure settings and go from balance to attacking or super attacking. I tried my best. I did everything I could, but sadly, his you know, his 8 men in the box and stuff, it was just too much for me. I just wasn't good enough on the day really to get through. So obviously today's draft we had Team of the Year Kante. I'll be perfectly honest, I wasn't blown away by him. Like, I've used a lot of players in the game this year. I've used his regular card in draft many times. I don't know what his price is currently at. Like, he was, I believe, the cheapest of the 3 midfielders. I actually think he might have been the cheapest Team of the Year in general, Kante. He's currently 3 million, 3.2 million or so. And I can see why. If I'm being perfectly honest, not worth it, in my personal opinion. Obviously, I've only played 3 games with him and it's been in draft, but I was blown away by Ronaldo. I haven't used Messi, Mbappe, De Bruyne or Modric just yet, but I wasn't blown away. Now, he's a CDM. It's very difficult to get real value out of a CDM. But yeah, I wasn't blown away. So a semi-final loss today, guys. I've lost in the semi-final many times. Well, more times than I care, really. I'd prefer to get to the final at least every time. And every time I've lost in the semi-final, I've got a 7.5k pack and a 15k pack. However, I've seen so many other people lose in the semi-final and get a 25k players pack and a 15k pack. So hopefully today we can get the good set. No, again, I get the 7.5 and the 15k pack. I don't know what I have to do to be able to get one of the good packs, but let's open our packs and see how our luck is. So no walkout out of the 7.5k pack. Obviously, we don't expect it. We don't really expect anything out of any of these packs, but we're going to get ourselves Marcano, 82 rated. Quite nice, obviously, to put into the club. We'll use him in SBCs and such going forwards. We're obviously not going to make any coins off of today's draft, right? It's unless we get extremely lucky in this 15k pack, we're not going to make any coins. But where we were at with it, Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, so where we're at with it was testing out Team of the Years. Obviously tomorrow I'll be back again with another Team of the Year draft, hopefully picking up the defenders and the goalkeeper. Oh god, I mean, that's terrible. Why can't I get the 25k pack? I won the draft earlier. I didn't record it for a video because I was just playing it to get packs saved up, and I got the 2 rare gold packs and the 7.5k pack. I just can't catch a break. I know what people will say. They were, oh, you packed Hullet out of draft. You packed Prime Hullet from draft. I know I packed Prime Hullet from draft, but that doesn't mean that from this point onwards, forever in FIFA, I'm entitled to nothing, you know? So that's a bit disappointing. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the video. As I said, I wasn't personally impressed with Kante. Let me know how you felt about him in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.